Audrey Wiggins from All Together Marketing, your branding and technology company. And we're here to promote your business, to help you promote your business. And our topic for today is going to be social media channels and what to do for that. So we're gonna cover four things actually today, and this is your topics for social media, where you want to post that content, the type of content, and how much content that you need. But before we get started with that, I wanted to share with you our beautiful full color motivational calendar. It's motivation, and who doesn't need motivation? I do, for sure. And it's full of awesome quotes for every month. And for this month, we're going to start with what do we have? We have perseverance. Okay, and our quote for perseverance is, "Few things are impossible to diligence and skill. Great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance." And this is attributed to Samuel Johnson. He's an essayist, a biographer, and a cultural critic. So we like to hear what Samuel has to say there. This is perfect. Vision is perfect for leadership and anything that we want to do. We're business owners, entrepreneurs, even as employees. We need vision. As parents, we need vision. My goodness. Okay, the very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision. And this is attributed to Reverend Theodore Hesburgh, and he's an educator and a spiritual leader. So make sure you go by our Facebook page, our websites, and pick this calendar up. It's only $10, and that includes the shipping and handling. We're talking about social channels today, social media. And as you see, I have my Facebook page up for the business, as well as the website. I have them up here for a reason, and that's to show you the continuity. We're talking about design and image, and that's not totally what we're talking about today, but I just wanted to give you that little extra tidbit. If you see the logo here, you see the logo over on the Facebook page as well. So you look at that and you have that continuity of what we are, okay, and the company name and everything. All right, so let's go move on. Social media and our social media challenges and the channels that we're going to use, and hopefully you'll find some value in this content to be able to go forth and conquer your social media challenges. Get a calendar set up, what we call our editorial calendar, for posting your content out there. If you need help, an intern is a good way to do it. If you have a staff person, awesome, you're already set. Or you may need to hire somebody like us, All Together Marketing LLC, to help take care of that for you, and we'll be glad to do it. And depending on your industry, your whether an organization, your business, you may be an individual, an author, entertainer, those different things or different tactics or strategies you will use. So when you listen to what I'm saying today, it's just an overall plan and things you can do, and we can get into the details at a separate conversation that fits your specific industry. Okay, so let's move forward. So I have my notes here, and those four things again. We're talking about the topics for social media, where to post, the content type, and how much content that you need. So I first started off when I was thinking about putting this together for you. I thought, well, we have 365 days. We need content for all of those days, but not really. We really don't need that, and that could be overwhelming unless that's what you do. Social media is your business, and you're getting out there. And if you're a news organization, certainly there is something to post every day, several times a day. So just keep that in mind when we're thinking about how much content we need. So I broke the 365 days down into the weeks. Okay, so we have 52 weeks to post content. And up under that, we have the different types or topics that we want to post about. And I broke that down. So we can have 52 tips. We can have 52 promotional posts. We can have 52 empowering or encouraging posts. And up under that word empowerment, I put spiritual, inspirational, motivational. So depending on what your business, your organization, or your consultancy is, though, you would choose those types of posts to go up under that motivational slash empowerment, encouragement. That's what I'm trying to get out there. And we're gonna end shared content. That's another huge one right there. So you may share content from other experts and gurus in your industry, people's blogs that you follow, You want to share their content and give them credit, of course, when you do that. And the methods for getting that content out there are simple. When you go to their articles or to their sites, their blogs, there's usually a share button. Like we have these social media buttons here alongside our website. You can share the content from this page. And if this was a blog, each article has its own social media share buttons, and you can share that content. And with it goes the rich content, not just the text or the words to go with that, but all the beautiful graphics that you use as well to go out there. So that's awesome to be able to share other people's content and get that out there, and that's important. Okay, so that's that, and then we have the where to post. So where are we going to put this information? It may be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Oh my goodness, Snapchat. There's all kinds of places to go. Your YouTube, the Pinterest, just to name a few. And literally there are hundreds, and it will just depend on your market, where your customers are, what products and services that you offer, where you would use these what mediums that you would use, or the channels that you would use from social media. And keep in mind that your website and email are also social channels. So that's something all of us want to have. And as a side note, for Facebook, and now as well as Pinterest and Instagram, we have your business page. So you want to make sure that you're using a business page versus a personal page for your social channel for business. You see, I have my this is my business page up here at the top. You can see Audrey, that's me in a yellow. That's my personal page. So I put a lot of personal content on here. I also put shared content on as well. I share content from others. I also share content from my business pages. And I have several of them that I use, they'll cover different industries and different products and services. So there'll be shared content there. There may be thoughts that come to my mind, or things that are going on that I want to share on my personal page. But I have a separate page for each business, and the business has to have its own content. And if you look down, this is not about Facebook, but if you look down, there's different things you're about. And I have it set up from the viewpoint of the viewer, the visitor to my page, not my side as the creator. So that's the different, where to post. It's different, and you'll know where to post based too as well. It'll depend on your content. Okay, so you have a lot of video content. You might have a YouTube channel, or Vimeo, or some of the other video content management sites that house your videos, and those are great. And and yes, of course, as you know, Facebook, even Instagram, other than Snapchat and Twitter, they have their own video type content feed, so you can add video there directly and have the stats and everything on there. And you'll notice too that your video gets a lot of attention. So you have a lot of impressions or a lot of reach. It reaches further than your text posts, and even some of your photographic type posts as well. So if YouTube is not important to you to build, and I'm just using that for an example, to build a following as far as your video content, then you may want to post directly to your other social media channels, which is perfectly fine. And just what works best for your industry. And certainly using a channel like YouTube or Vimeo, you can house all of your videos. So you can do a mix of both. Okay, add your video. So that's your video. Okay, type content. And we talked about. So that was like where to post, and I was talking about the next type. Your content would be infographics, and if we scroll down on here on my page, you can see this is an infographic. This is a promotional type post. So we have tips with promos, and we have the spiritual and the shared content. So this is a promotional type, and you see it lists all the different products and services that we offer. And I kind of put this out at the beginning of the year as a reminder too of all the content, or all the products rather, and services that I offer. So you may consider that when you're doing something, the first part of the year, January, February, even into March, to remind people. You'd be surprised of the prospects and even current clients sometimes don't remember all the products and services that you offer, and especially for a marketing company, because there's a lot of umbrellas up under that, and different channels. So you have that. Let's see, let's scroll down. Those are just all the pictures, just some video content. Here's one. Okay, so this was a share for the card. And this was an example of an infographic that I created. And this was talking about phone mail, just leaving, voice messages. So I thought that was kind of cool. So it uses stock art. Okay, this gentleman doesn't work for me. Yeah, but so it talks about, it has the message and also has how to contact me. So it's all about that marketing piece again, driving that traffic. Where back to your website, which is here, or either again to your brick and mortar store if that's the purpose. And we have your social tags, and we'll talk about all this probably in another post. But I just want to get to using social media, and not to keep the video too long, but to give you some value added content. And of course, we talked about shared content, so you want to share from other locations. And notice how we have a mix of text, and then here's the graphic. And if you click this graphic, it opens up, of course. So we want to look at that. So those are things that we offer to your client. Okay, so we just click that, and it just opens up, and it shows other information. And people can make their likes or comments from here, or they can make it directly from the Facebook post itself. Okay, as you see down here. All right, so that's so your content. So we talk about how much of that do we need to post of our videos. So if we have 52 video tips, and that gets into the topics. Okay, so topics and content type at the same time, as we kind of marry those together, and you may have 52 video promos. You may have 52 empowerment infographics or text posts, and that can also be kind of a mix of your shared content as well, because there's a lot of motivational folks out there doing things and saying things that you may want to share with your audience as well, and giving them credence and credit. So come up with those things, and you want to create these things. When I say these things, you want to create your topics and your different content. You want to create them in batches, so that every week you aren't trying to create something and trying to get it out there, because what will end up happening is you'll just get it out there just to have it posted, and you won't get the benefit of when your visitors are actually on your site. So for some folks, it may be 10:30 that you have the most traffic, maybe 5 in the evening, it may be 10 o'clock at night, or some other time frame around noontime when people are taking breaks and they're going out to see what's happening in the social media world. Okay, and that virtual space. So keep that in mind. It's very important to prepare this content. So if you have 52 weeks of content under 4 topics, you're gonna it's a lot of content. So you want to create batches of it at a time. So maybe you want to create 2 months worth, or even a month's worth at a time, to have that ready. And so this means you have your editorial calendar set up. And even if you don't have all the graphics and all the videos and the shared things at one time, if you create the calendar for 12 months, that you can do. And you'll know the type of content based on the month and based on the season and based on events that may happen sometimes in your business organization, things that you're doing over and over again. So that's important. That's part of your editorial calendar. So you're going to want to post about those things. And I've talked about email before being a social channel. So you have your monthly newsletter, and maybe it's a bi-weekly newsletter. It may even be quarterly, because I know newsletters can be challenging. They come up with your content and on a consistent basis. And that was one of my challenges, getting that newsletter out there consistently. So make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself. And just because I say 52 weeks, you may do it every other week. So maybe you have 26 video tips and 26 promotional items and 26 empowerment type posts, or and then 26 of your share posts. And your share posts may come more easily, because when you're casually visiting and reading and looking, you can share that information out then, or you can also save it to post later, post it out as a draft. And there's also awesome tools that you can use, like Hootsuite. We recommend that one, and you'll be able to find that information on our website as well, under resources on our events page. So take advantage of those types of tools, especially again if you're a solo person because this is not billable time. Creating your posts and getting your social media channels filled up consistently. You aren't making money doing that. You're trying to create money. So make sure you're doing it and using all the tools that you have available to you to make that work best for you. Just remember, value added content when you're posting things out there, so that you're constantly bombarding. You're selling this or you're selling that. I know, open this up. I talked about selling my calendar, but really the main purpose of this video and this content here is to show you and to share with you how to add value. So hopefully I'm adding value to you, to add value to your customers and prospects, those visitors that will be driving that traffic to your website, driving the traffic to your Facebook business page or your LinkedIn business page, or ultimately, if you have the brick and mortar, to drive that traffic to your store, to your church, to your school, whatever, to your gym. A lot of you out there I know are fitness experts, and yay, I'm glad you're out there, yay. And some of you still may be network marketers. You have a lot of products and services that you sell and promote. And my hats off to you. I've been in that industry for years, and love that model of multi-level marketing, leveraging the people and time and your products and services. And so that's exciting. You'll see some of that stuff and some of the channels and things that I offer as well. So that's all I have today. Just remember the different topics that you can use. You can offer tips, promotion, motivational, empowerment, share content. Those four types of content. Where to post is going to be based on the content that you have to post, and also the type of audience they're going to be out there on that particular social channel, and the content type and how much you should put out there. Okay, so let's keep it simple, but let's be consistent. To learn more about social media channels, the management of your social media content, how to create content, and where to grab stuff from, feel free to contact us. We have a website up here. Again, this is on my right here, altogether.biz. You have all the different tabs here. When you get there, read through our content. You have our services. What do we have to offer? Click our about page. We have some graphics out there, a lot of content, events. At the bottom of this, we have information of for resources you go to. But then ultimately, this is the content button. Click on that. Just a real simple fill-in form, your name, your email address, the subject matter, why you're contacting us. That's very important. And any additional information that you want to include on that to help us serve you better, because that's what we're here to serve you, and that's what Altogether Marketing is about. And if you look here in the middle of this little, the middle here, that little box, it says check here. You want to check there to receive our email updates. So this is going to add you to our email list, which is something that I was talking to you about, adding people and driving traffic to your site, keeping in touch with them, and them being able to keep in touch with you. So when the time comes for them to buy or ask a question, you'll be right there. So feel free to do that. And I look forward to connecting with you at the beginning of this year and all throughout the year. Here's our phone number and the email address to offer service. Again, I'm Audrey Wiggins, Altogether Marketing, your Chief Branding Strategist. Take care.